I feel good. I feel fine. I feel mighty fine. Yeah, that's one of the benefits of exercising, releasing those feel good hormones. And after that, take a very good shower, or ideally, it'll be a hot bath. You get a very good sleep. Outside of a deliciously nutritious food, I do not know what beats that. But don't tell me. From challenges to sweating to victories to seeing a new, healthier version of yourself, how much time do you really need to invest on the journey to weight loss? Welcome. This is Darkas Glader, the host of Chit Chat with the African in Ecuador. So let's begin. Want to incorporate exercise and a healthy diet. The first thing you need to know is that before you can see any results, it takes a lot of time. The physical changes usually takes between 3 to 6 months, and everybody's different. Except if you're not exercising and you're on a keto diet or a very strict diet, you will begin to see the physical changes of weight loss. You will feel the changes after 2 weeks when you begin to exercise. So what do I mean by feeling? You're going to start sweating more. You're going to start performing better. You're going to start feeling the emotional and mental benefits. Things like a happier mood, you're going to be alert, you're going to have a lot of energy, you're going to be sleeping better. All those benefits, once your body gets into exercising, begins to show up after 2 weeks. But the physical appearance, which is your body composition, your changes and things like that, normally starts to appear from 2 to 3 months on average. Okay? So how do we invest time in our exercise regimen, or how do we create time to exercise on our weight loss journey? The first thing that you need to do is to prioritize your activities. A lot of people always complain that they do not have time. The thing is that, like I said in the last video when we are talking about investing time in making your meals, most times we want to have it all, but you can't eat your cake and have it. You have to give up certain things so that other things come top on our to-do list on a daily basis, on a weekly basis even. So the first thing is to prioritize your activities. And you can broadly prioritize it into essential activities, important activities, and optional activities. Your essential activities are the things that you cannot do without, the non-negotiables, such as work, sleep, personal care, meditations. Those are things that you do not compromise on. And then your important activities would be things like spending quality time with the family, meal preparation, shopping for groceries, going to a doctor's appointment. Those are important, but you can move the time here and there in your activity schedules. And then your optionals will now have to be your socializing, entertainment. For example, how much time do you spend watching TV? How much time do you go out partying? How much time do you go out clubbing? Those are things that you can do without. Also, your goals could be divided into short-term and long-term goals. Short-term goals could be you just getting into the habit of having an exercise routine. For example, increasing the number of steps you take every day, mastering a new exercise technique, for example, learning how to do a push-up, learning how to squat, or learning how to do a HIIT, which is high intensity interval training, especially for people who are short in time. HIIT really works for them because you burn a lot of calories in a short given time, and your metabolism increase will last from 24 to 72 hours apparently. Okay, then your long-term goals would be to see a change in your physical appearance. So maybe you go down toward more stress exercises done. It will be to see your mobility improve, or probably even end up as a fitness instructor. It could be you participating in a multi-stage challenge such as marathons, such as bodybuilding or weightlifting challenges, something that you've never done before, going for that hike on a mountain with friends, things like that. Those are long-term goals. And those long-term goals, you want to deal with them in small portions, bit by bit, as you build up your stamina, as you build up your strength, as your body gets used to the challenges that you are putting it through. So it is a mindset change, like I said, when we're talking about holistic approach to weight loss. And so in my own case, it moved with time. So at the beginning, exercise seemed to be like an optional activity for me. What do I mean by that? I would tell myself I'll exercise this week, but maybe for something upset me, or most times when I travel because I'm a missionary's wife, I would travel and I'm like, oh, the first 2 days I can't get down and exercise. So I wouldn't even go for walks or something. So it was optional. and then it was important at home to exercise, but it was not essential. If I did not exercise, I wouldn't feel bad about it. It didn't really make much of a difference to me. But now exercise has got into the essential to-do list in my life. Okay, what do I mean by that? Things have changed. I always make plans before I go to bed, like I said, and even when I'm traveling, if I'm not sure that I'll have access to the internet, I download exercise videos that I take with me so that there is no escaping. I'm very obsessed with lying down on the floor in people's houses if it's not in my house. So what I do is that I download exercises all standing. I'll download full body exercises all standing, and that way I do not have an excuse not to exercise on my exercise days. Okay, when you have prioritized your exercise on your list of to-do activities, the next thing will be to look for the time slot or time pocket, as some people call it, when and how to exercise. And that really depends on what kind of a person you are. And your by that I mean your energy levels. Are you a morning person? Are you a night person? Are you an afternoon person? Do you really have time during the day, during your working days, to um, to exercise? So, for example, personally, I'm a night person. I'm a night owl. I'm working right now at night. I do most of my work at night. But in my 30s, I had to shift my exercise routine to the morning, principally because where I live was not very safe for me to go out at night. So I did most of my exercise in the morning, and it was kind of nice because it was just like one thing off for the day, one thing done for the day. So I'll go jogging in the wee hours of the morning around 5, not wee hours, no, not wee hours. And then I'm done. By 5:30, I'll go out do my walk, my run, or my jogging, or my cycling, and come back home and continue with the rest of my day. But now that I'm in my 40s, I found out that I'm beginning to enjoy more strength training exercises. So I exercise between 6 and 8, 4 to 5 times a week, and it doesn't really have to be long because I split them. Sometimes some weeks I succeed in doing flexibility and mobility exercises in the morning, and during the day I look for little quick workouts, or what people normally, what the fitness world call snack exercise, or exercise snacks rather. And I do a bout of movement for 2 minutes or 1 minute or even 5 minutes, just set the alarm and do a certain technique. So maybe I'll take squats, do 50 squats, do 20 squats, improve on how I do my push-ups or something. And if you're working away from home, you can use your lunch hour, your lunch break to do that. So if you work close to a gym that you can afford, you could quickly rush to the gym if you're not a morning person and put in 20 minutes of workout. If also you work away from home, you could walk the stairs 10 to 15 minutes every day. That is about, let's see, 10 to 15 minutes, then 30, 45, 60, 75. So you walked 75 minutes of the week. And most medical institutions tell us that we need to put in 100 to 150 minutes of medium to high intensity workouts every week. So if you do 15 minutes on your flight upstairs, or you do 2 minutes in your office space, 2 minutes of maybe arm lifting, something like this, for your triceps, or you do a push-up on your work desk, or if you work carrying loads at your workplace, you're already doing heavy lifting. That's already an exercise on its own. But I'm targeting mostly people who work in front of a computer on a desk. Okay, so when you have done that, 2 minutes every day, 8 to 5, most jobs, I mean 9 to 5 or 8 to 5 is 8 hours. That will give you, if you take 2 minutes of every hour, that will give you like what, 60 minutes every day? And after work, you could walk for 15 minutes before you take your ride, or if you are mobile, you could park your car and walk around the block for another 15 minutes, or before you take your evening bath, put on a video and do some strength exercise or something. And you find out that at the end of the day, you would have put in 25 to 30 minutes of exercise 5 days a week, or however you choose to split that 150 minutes. Another time that people use to exercise at the weekend. Some people are really tight on time to exercise. So you could put 75 hours, Friday 75 hours. That is a lot. That is a lot. But there are people whose fitness level have gotten to that point, and I'm not talking to them. I'm talking about those of us who are still building up our stamina. Now that you have identified your daily, weekly activities, your next point is to make out your goals. Exactly why are you going to the gym to exercise, or exactly why are you exercising? For many people, they exercise, like I said at the beginning of this series, many people exercise for health and wellness. Period. They are not about to change their body composition. They just want to add it as a holistic approach to their health, which may include wanting to improve on their flexibility, their stability, strengthening their joints, maintaining a low or normal blood pressure, relieving stress. For such goals, you don't really need to do very intense exercises. You could involve yourself with Pilates, with barre, with yoga, mobility exercise, and cycling is a very good one. Walking, jogging, just to keep fit and relieve stress. So those are health related goals. You are not really bothered about weight loss per se, although that will happen either way. Now, for those of us who want to lose weight, we are going to be exercising very intensely. We are working towards improving our performance. That is your performance goal, right? So for me, it started as health goals because I wanted to reduce the pressure on my knees, and then it went further to performance goals. I wanted to change my physical appearance, that is to shed fat. Okay, it still is a health goal. You don't necessarily have to change your physical appearance. A lot of people exercise and you don't see a lot of body change. Maybe they just slightly tone up, but they are fit, they are agile, they can climb stairs, they can run, they can play with their kids and grandkids. But for some of us, we are going towards maybe say like muscle building. We want to run harder, we want to increase our stamina, we want to break challenges. For some people, their dream is to run a marathon, is to do to cycle in a, how do you call those things, a marathon or a running marathon or a cycling marathon. You want to build more muscles, you want to change how you appear, so you want to build more muscle, which usually takes time to happen, or you want to be able to improve your yoga poses, so you want to be able to squat better, you want to be able to strengthen your body. So your performance goals will come along as you get better on your health goals if you do enjoy exercising. Another thing when it comes to time investment is the amount of consistency. Now, most people will tell you that to have a good workout session, you need X amount of time. Many times, we don't really have the time to exercise for 30 minutes, for 20 minutes, and that is why I love the free exercise videos that are available here on YouTube. So you don't have to exercise every day for those 30 minutes. Consistency means you showing up on the days or in the time slot that you have allotted for exercise. So for example, some days you come to exercise, you come to the exercise mat if you have one, and all you can do is push your body for 10 minutes. Another day you work out and you find out that you have more energy. Instead of 30 minutes, you go for 35 minutes. That 5 minutes is a huge difference. Sometimes you find yourself doing 20 minutes and then you add on another 20 minutes, and gradually you find out that you can create more time because now you're beginning to enjoy what you're doing. I sometimes see myself doing 5 minutes if I'm low, like really low on energy, maybe something happened or I don't feel well or I'm recovering from the flu. I'll just put in 10 minutes exercise. There are exercises as short as 5 minutes. The consistency is for you to show up. Okay, the consistency is for you to show up whether you feel like or not. If you're committed to making your exercise routine 3 times a week, show up, do what you can do, and continue with your life. Okay, now what discourages people is that we do not celebrate our small wins. For you to be able to be consistent, you need to celebrate that little win. Like I said, if you are just doing health goals and so you go for walking or running or jogging or swimming, that extra time that you did it, or if you noticed that you did it better, so you cycled faster or you were able to increase your walking speed, that is progress because it is a sign that you are improving and that the change is taking place from within. Another tip that you need to stay consistent is by revisiting your initial goals. So visualization really, really helps. If this is not the first exercise or weight loss video you are watching, you would have seen that in some videos, some people talk about taking a before picture so that you can look back to where you started and where you are now. Okay, that visualization really helps you to be motivated. Another thing for me that I like to do to keep me motivated is I go back to try on the old clothes that were not fitting and see how they fit. It shows you that something somewhere is happening. You're shedding weight. You should look at yourself also in the mirror and look at it, and you'll see that something is happening. Always keep in mind always have a mental picture of what your journey is, not the yeah, always having in mind of what the destination is help you to carry the journey through or helps you to take it to go on the journey at the long run. Another way of investing time in exercise is to join support groups or have a friend, an accountability partner, more like someone who will help you, someone who will hold you accountable to the choices that you make. That way you have to answer to someone or a group of persons on your exercise journey when you're trying to lose weight. That also helps you to stay consistent. The next thing you need to invest time for is recovery and rest. Yes. Many times when we have gotten used to exercising and we begin to see the benefits of exercising, such as good sleep, such as alertness, we tend to overdo it. I'm guilty of that. I do a lot of cardio because I love to dance. And so one of my favorite cardio workouts is dance workouts. But it happens. You need to give yourself a break to rest and to recover. When you indulge in exercises, your muscles have always little tears as you exercise. That tear is what, when you give it time to recover, reduce and becomes stronger so that you get better. Think of it like when you cut yourself with a knife. I think I have a knife scar here. You can actually, yeah, like a scar. Think of it like a scar. When the wound heals, you find out that there's a scar. That scar tissue is usually tougher than your normal tissue. That is what happens when something similar happens when your muscles heal after recovery. So imagine if you don't give it time to recover. That is what causes that inflammation because what we're doing actually we're stressing the muscles. Okay, but we're doing it for good for them to grow. Also, it helps the nervous system to recover because of what we call neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is simply the brain's ability to create new neural pathways. What do I mean by that? So when you're learning something new, your brain is teaching the different parts of your body involved to perform that activity better every day. That puts a strain on the brain. So recovery days are very essential because the nervous system also takes a break and also to embed the new pathways in your memory. That is why with time, you find out that a certain activity that you couldn't do well, you begin to do better, and then you don't even stress to do it again, like driving, for instance. And do not forget that when you're recovering and while you're exercising, while exercise is what will sculpture your body, the fuel for that sculpturing process is your food. So when you're on your rest days, it's probably also a good time for you to feed your body nourishing food. Sometimes indulge in something that you like, in moderation. Those days are good for you to nourish your body, sleep well, rest well, and then you can recover. Now, while it's good to invest time to exercise, you need to sit down and listen to your body after or during exercise. That is why I said consistency doesn't necessarily mean you come into the workout room or to the gym and do 30 minutes every week. What are the signs of overtraining? The first sign of overtraining yourself is fatigue. You easily tire out. If you find yourself that you are walking every day for 15 to 30 minutes, and then the next time you go walking, after 5 minutes you are like exhausted, or you feel irritated, or you are not walking as fast as you usually do, that is overtraining. You've been overdoing your leg muscles have not rested at all, or they've not rested properly. Probably you didn't do a cool down after your workout, or you didn't do a warm up. Those are overtraining. Your muscles have not had time to heal and mend and repair. Those negative reactions from our bodies can be a huge deterrent to a successful exercise routine in our lifestyle. Okay, so always listen to your body. Now, after recovery and rest, the best investment that you can give to your body is sleep. Yes, you need to rest. Your brain needs the rest, your muscle needs the rest, your mind needs that rest. Always try to invest 7 to 9 hours of sleep and quality sleep. Maintain and practice a very good sleep hygiene. What do I mean by sleep hygiene? I mean abiding or training yourself, because we're all guilty of it. Training yourself by training yourself to go to bed at a certain time, same time every night. Dimming the light. I switch off my light completely. Dimming the light if you don't like to sleep in total darkness. That would include you offing all your devices. That would include you putting on clean bed sheets, putting the room, having the room in a cool temperature. Even taking a bath to cool down your own body temperature puts you to sleep. Okay, especially if you work out at night. So take a shower, cool down your body temperature. For some people who have anxiety, I think they use what they call anxiety blanket and things like that. Those are good sleep hygienes. Change your beddings as frequently as you can afford to change them, but make sure that your bedroom is conducive to induce sleep. That is your biggest time investment in exercise. Sleep is necessary for recovery, it's necessary for health, it's necessary for your brain health. So that is all I wanted to talk about in time investment on your way to losing weight. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked it. Let me know in the comment section what you thought. If there's any other thing that I didn't mention, you could let me know down below. Please do like, subscribe to the channel. I'd love to see you in another series. Thank you for following me so far. Next week, I will be doing the final episode. Thank you.